Hello guys, today in this episode we are going to implement small adjustments such as sign up, register on submit, and so that we will be directed from the sign up page basically to the home page, because currently it just registers the user but it doesn't store the token. I believe we also implement sign up error message. I don't think that I implemented it before in the last episode, but we can check it out. And login error as well, login error message if a user or the email doesn't exist, or your password, so we can tell user what is happening. So basically the response message from the server. We will also be implementing Facebook logo as a loading page, and that's all I think. Let's straight jump into code. Go to sign up page, which is inside of login page, and here we have sign up form. Here's where we trigger the mutation, and as you can see, if we go to login section and on the login form submit, you can see we are setting the client header. We are checking if the response of login, so if the token exists. If it exists, we are setting it globally as a state, and we also set the authorization header on the client, and we are pushing the user to the home page basically. And here we will do a similar thing, I guess. First we need to, of course, let me copy paste basically all of this, but I think we need to adjust the response name here. Auth is register. This also returns a token or undefined. Set token comes from use of store, that basically sets the Zustand token. And also here we need to replace these two. Oh, with register, sorry. Register setting header, and we need the router as well. The router we get, of course, from use router. And since we are using the Next.js 13, we are importing use router from next/navigation rather than next/router. And now it should work. We can test. We can go to create new account. Since this account already exists, it should throw an error, and we can also test error message if it's going to be displayed. I didn't check it in code, but let me quickly execute this sign up. As you can see, email already taken, so the error message get processed and displayed as well. Where is this happening? Here we are checking if the error exists. And this error comes from the hook, I believe, use of register mutation hook. And yeah, that's basically if you didn't watch the last tutorial, it is generated by our GraphQL code generation tool using React Query, and this is the hook that basically provides you with all the states about this particular query or mutation. So we get an error and we check if the error blah blah blah. Okay, if the error exists. What we also check here, no, that's cool. It checks if at least one error exists, and if it doesn't exist, it's basically let me also do this as an undefined thing. So we are saying here if error exists, or if this response exists, if error's property exists, and if at least one item in the error message exists, return the message or display the and inside of this one, like the first element of the error's message, the message property exists, then display this here. This is what we're doing here, and it works fine. But let me now do 3. So geo3 at gmail.com. It shouldn't exist. Let me execute this and see if we will be directed to the basically homepage. Sign up. As you can see, it works fine, which is nice. And also in the last video we had a run through the project setup and folder structure, the pages, how we handle authentication, how we handle a session, and so on and so forth. So that's cool. And now what we do is we basically remove the console log response. We don't need this anymore, and we don't need to catch the error as well. Do we need to catch the error? That's the question, because we have an error. We have error here. Let's see what the behavior it gives us. So if we sign up. This email does exist. Okay, it's the same behavior. We don't need to catch the error, I believe. But okay, one of the advantages of catching the error. If I catch the error, does it display the same message here? That's the question, because it gives you really exact line and column where like what is failing and gender, blah blah. It gives you some sort of information about the structure, query structure. Maybe we can avoid this by catching the error and basically returning a just like a small error message in the console, such as failed to register user. This should be inside of try, and let's see if it's okay. It still displays this. Okay, that happens internally. I think that's because of the GraphQL client. Are we? No, we don't have any middleware that. Yeah, whatever. I can export this, but for now, we have a functioned sign up page basically that redirects you to the to homepage whenever you sign up, and puts the token session in the local storage using Zustand, which is cool. And yeah, so if we log in now with the old user, with the first user that we created, we would we would be logged in. As next, we will be implementing login error, because I think we didn't implement that. Actually, we can copy paste simply like this. That's because we didn't type the error message. We can type error message using this here. We can also abstract this, but we can abstract this later when we have more queries. Okay, log out. Let me go to login, and let me just try to log in with the non-existing account. User not found. So the error message gets displayed as well, which is nice. If I log in with the right user but wrong password, let's see what it does. Invalid credentials. Cool. I mean, it works. That's fine. We have implemented login error messages. As next, we will be implementing the Facebook logo loading page between the between login page and the home page. That means I will show you how this is look like. Yeah, this is basically how it looks like. here. What I can do is I can quickly make a video and basically from this video make a screenshot, and we can build this. Let me start recording and then reload the page. So now we can see this page here. We have a logo centered and this from Meta. We don't have to implement this as well. I will just implement the logo centered, and we need I think model, right? We need a model, or it's not a, yeah, we can, yeah, I can use model functionality for it. I'm wondering if, no, we don't need to implement model, because let me go to layout here. You basically have this div. Yeah, we can implement model at some other time. Okay, let me start building it. Let me go to components, atoms. It should be an atom, yeah, or I mean it's a template. No, it's a organism or molecules. I mean it's one giant component. It can be molecules. Let's say it's molecules. Let's say TypeScript, and then we say Facebook logo page, Facebook logo loading page, or we can also say page, and then export default or export const, or we can say boom boom boom. And we can say export default, and in here we basically we don't have the image, I believe. We only have we have the image. We can also use this image now. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the same here. I will just use the this image. Let me quickly search for image where I implemented it. Here. We say screen size. So the div has to have screen size. This can be also like a main, right? We can say that it's a main. It doesn't really matter what element you use, but it's still like for readability. It's good thing to implement the right element names. Since we are using it as a page, we will say it's a main, or what else do we have? Yeah, we can say main. Then we basically place flex column, justify center, item center. It should place this image in the center. And now if we implement this here and say or true, which this will be always true, and it only going to basically give us this loading page. We will see this. It's not centered because I mistyped it here. Typo, sorry. As you can see, this is our loading page now, and if I now remove true and reload, boom, Facebook, and then so that's the login page basically. This is where we check whether the user is authenticated, and this will be shown basically. And yeah, we can also add this. This layout was from in the login route group. And this will be always executed before showing the login page. Now we need to do the same thing for the private road group layout. And here also, like when we check whether the user exists or not and whether he's authenticated or not, before entering like private pages or like protected pages that only are like accessible for users that are authenticated already or authorized, will like the screen will be shown as well there, like this loading page, Facebook logo loading page screen. So if I log in, as you can see, yeah, you see basically this loading page, boom, which is a nice experience for user. And yeah, I think for this tutorial we are good. We adjusted like small changes and small features, user experience, functionalities, which makes the app better for using for the users. And yeah, I think for the next tutorial or next episode, we're going to build the dashboard or the homepage, the navigation bar, and basically the sidebar, navigation bar, this feed here, and so on. And yeah, stay tuned.